Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I have a fall winter pretty much collective haul. I've picked up a few items from different brands of their latest fall winter collections. There aren't too many items for each brand, so I figured instead of doing dedicated ones, I'll kind of lump them all together. It's kind of crazy to think about fall in July because it feels like it's really far away, but that's when the new collections come in, right? So I've been fortunate enough to be able to pick up a few pieces that I've been really looking forward to. So I'm really excited to share those with you today. If you're tuning in for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to do these luxury fashion videos here on YouTube. I share hauls and reviews, but at the end of the day, I share my journey so we can all mindfully curate our own collections. So if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below with your favorite part. All of your support really means a lot to me. What should I start with? I'm gonna start with Louis Vuitton because I have some really exciting pieces from Vuitton, and I feel like a lot of you might be excited to see them too, so I'll start there. I hope you watched my last video. That was my July vlog where I shared going to the Louis Vuitton men's pop-up shop in Soho. I went a couple of times because they had two different exhibits, if you will, happening. The second time I went was for the fall winter collection, which I think when the collection was launched was pretty well received, was highly anticipated. It is the collection that sort of brought back that mirror look that Vuitton did in the early 2000s, I want to say. I feel like there were a lot of people that were looking forward to this collection finally launching, and it did. It finally did in July, so they had a whole pop-up dedicated to it, showcasing a lot of the new pieces. I shared footage of the actual pop-up shop in my July vlog in case you haven't seen it. I'll link that up above so you can check it out, but it was really cool. I really recommend you guys check out the Soho pop-up shop if you are in the area. So from the actual pop-up, we picked up something pretty special. I did film a little unboxing kind of separate sequence, so I'm gonna insert that here. But I do wanna ask your guys' feedback if you guys actually like seeing those or you don't, just let me know. Sometimes I think it's cool to kind of see the whole like unraveling bit at a better angle than me trying to do it in front of you. And then sometimes I feel like it might be boring, so you guys let me know. So this bright red sweater, it almost looks like Elmo color, is the newest Louis Vuitton ready-to-wear addition to the collection. Super excited about this one. The main Vuitton detail is really on the sleeves here. So it says L Vuitton with a monogram on there, and I really like this detail at the bottom. It does have a little bit of like that collegiate feel to it, but it's not overdone because there's no major branding sort of on the main like chest or back area, and it's like slight on the sleeve. That's what I really liked about this sweater, because like it, you know, it's like yeah, it's totally branded but not so in your face like what I'm wearing today. This is a gorgeous cashmere sweater in this bright red color. I do anticipate with some wear that there might be a little bit of like pilling that happens naturally with cashmere because it is so soft. But I do love the sweater overall, and I feel like because the main area is just here and it's not like a large area on the sweater, that it will be manageable. But that's just a choice, a decision that we made to kind of deal with a little bit of the pilling. For a cashmere sweater, I feel like this was at a really excellent price point. I feel like for like Chanel cashmere, you'd pay like 4 or 5 times as much to get a smaller sweater because it would be women's cut as well. So yeah, for a full cashmere sweater, I feel like this was really well priced in the realm of luxury ready to wear we're speaking here. On the back, there's a little silk panel that says Louis Vuitton Paris, but it's like the reverse. It's like in, how do I say? Yeah, it's like if you saw the back side of an embroidery. So I think that's like the new look, the new tag, if you will. You know how like Margiela has the tags with the 4 white stitching on the corners? I feel like this is kind of becoming the Louis Vuitton men's tag. So that's the only thing that's on the back side. And yeah, I am really excited about this sweater. I tried it on while I was there in this size. For size reference, this is a men's extra large. And I just tried it on over the dress that I was wearing, and I liked the fit of it. It is nice and oversized, but not too chunky, too big where it make you look a lot bigger than you really want to. It hit that good spot in between. When it comes to ready to wear, I think this might be the only piece that we add to the collection, only because some of the other ready to wear is really graphic, I'll put it that way. And so it might be a little bit too much for our wardrobe, but this was definitely something that caught my eye as soon as I got in there, and then we had to walk out with it. It's like now I want the weather to get cooler faster so I can wear all of my cashmere pieces that I got recently. The second item from Vuitton is actually a pre-order item, and oops, and it's in this box right here. We placed a pre-order about a month ago. I think it was like early June or something like that. And we were just waiting for the pieces to arrive. Actually, one of the pieces we pre-ordered has not arrived yet. So I thought about waiting for it, and then I was like, I can't wait forever. So I'm just gonna share the first half of the pre-order that came in, and then I'll share the other one when it gets here. I picked up the keychain. It's technically called like the Dragone or something like that. My French is terrible, so don't quote me on that exact pronunciation. But it is basically a key ring from the fall winter collection, and it is in the mirror leather. I'm hoping it doesn't like blind you guys too much, but this is really exciting. I wanted something that was in the mirror, but I didn't want like a full bag. I felt like that was a little bit too much. I didn't know how much I would wear it. It also came in a pocket organizer, which I thought about, but I really don't need more SLGs. I mean, this is technically an SLG too, but you know what I mean. I didn't need more card holders or wallets. And I think the other thing it came out in was like a hat, like a cap. And I felt like that was a little bit too much as well. So for me, this totally felt like a good balance of having that mirror look, but not being too loud or too large, and just being like just enough, you know? And I was actually planning on using this as my key holder for my house keys. Some of you might know that my house keys are on a Bottega Veneta key ring. I've had that for years, and it is definitely showing signs of love. So I was starting to feel like maybe it was time to retire the Bottega keyring and get something different. So as I was just thinking, that was when the pre-orders for this opened, and I saw that this was part of the collection. So that's why I went ahead and got the keyring. Now, admittedly, this is what happens when you pre-order items, because you don't always get to see all of the detail when you pre-order them. This piece is a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. It is larger. This leather tab is a lot larger than I thought. I thought it would be about like 30% smaller. But nevertheless, I still like it, and so I'm still going to use it. But I am aware that it might not fit in some of my small bags. This key ring comes with two options. There's the actual ring, and then there's like the lobster claw kind of hook thing. I think I'm going to actually put my keys on the lobster claw. I'll just latch this onto them, and then if for some reason my bag is way too large and this won't fit, then I can just take it off and carry the little cluster of keys in my small bags. Yeah, that's what happens when you pre-order things sometimes. They don't always come out the way that you thought in the photo. As always, I'll leave prices and codes and all that good information in the description box down below, so definitely check that out if you want to see any of those details. Moving on to Dior. A really quick unboxing from Dior, and again, surprise, surprise, it's from the men's collection again. The fall winter men's collection for 2021 was the collaboration with Kenny Scharf. Kenny Scharf is a New York City based artist who's the kind of collaborator for this collection. It seems the collection itself came out in like a part 1, part 2, because a lot of what the initial parts of collection that I saw were, I think, the pieces that were part of part 1. I think those were also the runway pieces. So you see like the beautiful like embroidered or beaded hats, and the bags and the shirt, the really colorful shirts. So that imagery from that part of the collection was so strong. And quite honestly, that particular collection wasn't really for me. But then recently, it seems like they like did another part of that collection. Maybe this wasn't really the runway part, but some other pieces that were designed as part of this collaboration. And that's where this item comes in. So this is a silk scarf, and it is in like a playing card motif. My understanding is that Kenny Scharf would have designed this, and it sort of includes a lot of the characteristics that Kenny Scharf has in his pieces. About the same size as this Hermes scarf that's framed up here. My boyfriend really wanted to get this more so that we can also frame this one rather than wear this one, but I do love the actual details on this scarf as well. There's like a whole trim of monogram, but then there's like a whole trim of colors like that frame it, and then there's also this sort of Victorian kind of print to it. That's the best way I can describe it. I like the amount of detail that went all the way to the edge of the scarf on this piece, and it wasn't just focused on like, you know, the center image. That was the piece that we picked up from the fall winter Kenny Scharf collection. Last but not least, this is an item from a brand that I don't think I personally have ever purchased from. Also, I think this is also technically part of their fall winter collection. I'm not 100% sure how this one falls in the whole schedule, but if you like follow general fashion news, you may have seen that Jean-Paul Gaultier and Sacai have done a collaboration. At first I thought it was just like a one moment in time collaboration, but I think it's the actual Sacai designer is now at Jean-Paul Gaultier, so she may be continuing to design collections going forward. I'm just gonna let time help clarify that for me. Yeah, it was a little confusing. They definitely have an haute couture collection coming out, but I guess kind of in anticipation of that, they've also done more of a ready-to-wear line. So this is something from there. This is the t-shirt that was part of that collab or collection. I'll just call it the collection. Enfants terribles. I think that's how it's pronounced. But again, my French is just like, So this is what it looks like at the front. It's like, it has that sort of terry, there's like a felt white backing and that terry cloth black lettering kind of sewn on there. And then on the back, it's a screen print of kind of like the magazine writing or the magazine cutouts almost on the back side. So that is the t-shirt from that collection. It definitely feels like one of those like moments in fashion times that we wanted to sort of have a piece from, because we thought it was a really interesting combination of designers as well. So that's really what prompted us to get this particular t-shirt. All right, I think that's everything. I think so. It feels like it should be a lot more things, but those are the pieces that we've picked up so far from the fall winter collection. And like I said, there's one more item that has been pre-ordered that hasn't arrived yet. So once that arrives, I'll definitely share that. Sometimes I just need it to be a little bit cooler to be in the mood to like get some of those fall things. You know what I mean? Like I just need to like be in the mood. Sometimes I'm not in the mood. If it's like so hot outside, I'm like, I don't want to think about sweaters right now. At the same time, I also recognize that there are certain pieces that you probably are just gonna have to get in the dead of summer because they won't be around by the time it's cold enough. Let me know if you picked up anything from any of the upcoming fall winter collections. There's been so much change, and I feel like there's just been this explosion of like creative energy coming from everywhere that it's been quite interesting to see all of those collections get launched and be like on the floors now. But let me know what your favorite things were from the fall winter collections. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. Speaking of Louis Vuitton, I do have a Louis Vuitton giveaway still live on my channel. There's like a few days left to enter, so I'll link that above and in the description box so you can check it out if you haven't already. Definitely make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be announcing the giveaway winner soon. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time,